We now return to another episode of the comedy show that is Fire Emblem Heroes. So, if you guys are well aware, a couple of days ago with the update notification, they announced that they were going to be making this change to Arena mode. So this is on the official Fire Emblem Heroes Twitter. They said that the legendary heroes selected to be bonus heroes will be chosen from a pool of the 10 latest legendary heroes at the start of each season. Obviously, this rubbed a lot of people the wrong way because basically none of the older legendary heroes would ever be bonuses again after this, and that was bad for a multitude of reasons, which I'm sure you're already aware. I did a whole video breaking that down, as well as another bunch of FEH also made videos talking about that. And these were the responses, right? So, like, if PM1 is responding with this post, like, come on. You know something has gone horribly wrong. If PM1 of all people is posting this old meme, yeah, so Insys, you done goofed. You know you done goofed, and that's why they actually listened. So here we go. This is a post that, 6 hours ago. I'm a little bit late to the party on this, but let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger here. And they also posted it on Twitter as well, if I could find it. Maybe we should read the Twitter post first, and then we'll move on to, like, Reddit and all that good stuff. So we'll see here what they've said. So they announced this. In addition to the changes to the arena previously announced, and starting with the version 8.1 update, all legendary heroes will also be appearing as bonus heroes in the arena. So they've completely gone back on their word. They recanted their previous statement after seeing the backlash and negativity revolved around it. I think they actually wisened up to all of the problems with that, because it's one thing for them to make a move to monetize the game. Like, we can cry and whine and complain about that all day, but at the end of the, when everything is all said and done, it's only helping their monetary gain, right? They're only making profits off of a move like that. This, on the other hand, was actually going to hurt their profits, which is the reason why I think they've decided to go back on it. Because if they were to actually do what they said they were going to do, that would have seriously devalued all of the legendary heroes that have been popping up in Hall of Forms, that people have been just spending money on the Form of Soul to get, and get them with good skills and passives and all that. So, as a way to keep sales up in terms of the Form of Soul pack, I think that was one of the major reasons why they decided to do this. And it's not like it's hard to incentivize people summoning for legendary heroes either. I know that people didn't want to summon for legendary male Shez because he himself seems to be a very underwhelming unit. Well, maybe that's not the right way to say it. Like, I think he's good. It's just that he's not a unit that you need to have in your barracks. Same thing with, like, legendary male Corrin. The only reason you would ever summon for him is just for high Dragon Wall fodder. He himself is not particularly great. You can run him as a tank, but he's not a good tank. And he's got a lot of issues, too. So when they release legendary heroes like that, it's just not good for sales. People are going to skip them easily. If they want to do that and just incentivize legendary heroes, make them like legendary Hinoka on release, where she was a god in basically all the modes, and she just helped so many teams. She was very creative, too, introducing, like, flyer lines, which was a new type of playstyle. So if they want legendary heroes to sell well, they just have to do that, pretty much. Just make them meta-defining units. Okay, so here we go. These are some replies to the change that they're going to be making. They're going back. So Phaeology said they listened to feedback. This is excellent news, obviously. Good change. Thank you for listening to the feedback. Okay, I could click on this, but I don't know what I'm getting into. So this is obviously Twitter, and YouTube and Twitter may not play nicely, so we're not going to open that. Yeah, that's what I thought, you chicken. Borf with the marrow. Alright, this is awesome news. Old legendaries are staying valuable for the arena, and their remixes and formas won't be a waste. Thank you so much for listening to the community's feedback. Again, though, I don't think it had much to do with community feedback, more so the fact that they realized they were going to hurt their profits on Forma Souls, so that's probably the main reason why they went back on it. Alright, Satachi, let's go. All is forgiven, my man. I never doubted you once, for real, for real. Love you, Faye, you the GOAT. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he the MVP. Oh, Sprinkles. Hey, Sprinkles. Shout outs to Sprinkles. Thank you, Owl. You're the best for listening. And then Sprinkles posted the tweet or the in-game notification that they had posted. Wow, we got a lot of, like, seasoned veterans in here. We got Sprinkles, we got Satachi, we had Pheology all the way at the top. It's like all the Phay-tubers coming out to the party here. Yeah, so basically everyone is just happy that they've gone ahead and decided not to do what they said they were going to do. All right, and then we'll take a quick look at the Reddit posts, and then we'll hop out of here. There's not really much to say about this other than it's good that they listen to feedback. I wish they would listen to feedback about more things about the game, too. Like, remember that time way, way back when they released what was it, like a survey to get feedback from players on ways that they can improve the game, like certain aspects that people would want to see, like modes and input on all sorts of different things. They did that one time, a long time ago, and it seems like they didn't make good on anything that was in the survey, so it just makes me wonder, like, what exactly are their future goals for Fire Emblem Heroes? Are they really just trying to improve the game, or are they just trying to coast at this point? Like, they've got their moneymaker and they feel like they could just put in minimal effort and just coast for the rest of Faye's lifespan. I don't know, but if you take a look at a lot of other gachas, they have player surveys where they get feedback on how to improve certain things, and I mean, they're not going to agree with everything that people say. Like, you'll get feedback that says, oh, I can't summon anything, lower the rates. Obviously, they're not, or raise the rates. Obviously, they're not going to do stuff like that, but when they get feedback like, oh, there's a mode in the game that I would like to see, like co-op, for example, real-time co-op, things like that, I don't see why they can't listen to stuff like that, right? Like, instead of making like, they're throwing darts on a board when it comes to making new modes. How many new modes have we gotten that have been flops in Faye? Like Frontline Phalanx and Affinity Auto Start and stuff like that. Like, those modes serve zero purpose. So, if they wanted to make a brand new mode, instead of just wasting dev resources and making a mode that they think is going to work, which isn't probably going to work, why not just ask the players what kind of mode we would like to see and then go from there, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be some kind of communication between the dev team and the player base, and this is like one start. This is one way to go about it, but we also should be able to do more. We need to voice our opinions in a way that they're going to listen. I was here. Devs say you win this time. Okay, wow, people are very mad still. Considering the big guns that walked back changes in FGO gave out 4 multis and Genshin gave out 1, they kinda are still saying FU. This is the only gacha I play, not sure what you mean. If this is the only gacha you play, I feel bad for you. Gotta snatch them all, you should probably try at least one more. Faye has been historically stingy with compensation items when apologizing compared to other big gachas. Yeah, an example of this, remember the old arena glitch? I think Zeshato actually made a video about the old arena glitch not too long ago, where if you exploited the system, you could actually set up a very low-scoring team to score the maximum score and then just, like, get free arena crowns if you just did that glitch. They fixed the glitch, and then their compensation for it was nothing. Do you have any idea what other gachas would have done about something like that? They would have issued bans to players. If you were exploiting that glitch, you would have been banned. And they would have given all players, like, 50 orbs as compensation. Like, this compensation in Faye, it's very low. So, yeah, this is something that definitely holds true, Neo Angel. Honestly, there's not really anything to apologize for in this specific instance. They announced a change, the community voiced their opinions, they considered the feedback, and then walked back their announced change. The system worked. We voiced our concerns, and we were heard. If they disregarded the feedback and tons of players quit because of it, then they'd have something to apologize for. This is good news that they listened, and it means that people should continue to give feedback. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is what we need. We need a situation where we're able to communicate our concerns to the devs, and they will listen. And how did they do that? Just, like, give us some player surveys. That's all. It's not that hard. Come on, ad block, really? Really? Man, I ain't even messing with ad block anymore. This new thing that I found here, what is this called again? U-block something. What's the name of this? U-block Origin. If you guys want to use a good ad block, use that. Get rid of ad block because it's gone down the shitter ever since YouTube made that change where they've been fighting against ad block programs. U-block Origin will not get stopped by YouTube, and it also it works basically just like ad block did before monetization got involved. Yeah, all right, a little bit of a tangent there. We'll read like a couple more and then we'll hop out of here. All right, so MJ Boat says they really thought they would get away with announcing planned obsolescence on a... Is that a word? Obsolescence? On a system that works perfectly fine, fat chance. That's like a Tacho word right there. Obsolescence. Oh, my dude, MJ Boat. All right, devs say you win with a pouty face and their arms crossed. I can imagine it. Finally got a devs listened moment. To be fair, we rarely send feedback in so heavy a scale. They always listen to feedback if it's massive enough. I don't know about all that. But more often than not, people simply assume they never do and even dismiss previous instances of listening as they'd have noticed that on their own. But the reality is our feedback has always mattered. It's hard to say, because there aren't really too many instances of this where it plays out in the player's favor. Alright, but that being said, they're not going to go back on every single issue they get feedback for. A small handful of complaints about an issue tells Insys it's not an issue. If we want change, we need to identify the issue and collectively send feedback en masse. That tells them that there is a big issue and that their player base are not happy with the decision. Okay, here's an example. The FEH Pass. People are very mad about the FEH Pass having two features in it. One is sparking on legendary and seasonal banners. And the other problem is locked auto start, right? Like, those two features should be available to all players. There's no reason why you need to lock that behind the FEH Pass. So, I can guarantee you 100% people have sent them feedback about that, and they're not going back on it. So, it doesn't always work out in our favor, guys. You got to keep that in mind. Just because they've gone back on this, like I said, I think it's only really because of it demonetizing the Form of Soul value and making it less likely that they're going to get sales on the Form of Soul pack. Otherwise, I don't think they would have changed this. They would have probably just kept it the same. But yeah, that's going to wrap us up for this video, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the, like, I guess, continuation of what happened before. So it looks like we did get the good ending in the end. But how much more are they going to listen to us? That's what I want to know. So that's going to wrap us up. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.